Hi, Louisa Zakis from RP Nutrition, day 7 of detox. We love snacks. Everybody loves snacks. For some reason, everyone loves snacks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a good snack. It's so easy, called kale chips. Now, what we need to do is we need to get a good fresh kale, and this is really not even hard. So I promise it's not hard. It's really fast. So just take the stalk off and cut the edges. You can make it small, almost maybe chip side, but it doesn't have to be. And get some more, and literally, it takes a few minutes to do this. And when you do this, you get it all around, kind of chip size. All right, forget the knife. You can just rip it. You really don't want the stalk, because that doesn't cook well. So you get a bunch of kale chips, and if you look at a recipe, it'll say spread them apart. And guess what? I know. You know why? That's more work. So what I do is I really just get a bunch of kale in chips somewhat size on my Pampered Chef stone, which I love. You can do parchment paper as well, but I like my stones. Definitely do not use foil pans or aluminum pans because they will reflute your system. So again, it's all about the detox. So we're getting a bunch of kale. I'll end up doing this whole thing, of course. And these things are really delicious if you've never had them. And what's really cool about them too is if you're tired of just the snack, you can just throw them on a salad to make a crunch, or throw them on a stir fry for a crunch, but they will never go bad. And you know what? Kale is really one of God's almost perfect foods. So can't go wrong with kale. All right, we got a bunch of kale. Like I said, no need to put them apart. So yes, we need some salt, sea salt, of course. And not a lot. You really don't want to overdo the olive oil, just enough to basically wet it. So it's going to be maybe a tablespoon, and do it enough, mix it all in there together, and do it enough so everything gets just a little wet. Now, typically it takes about 20-25 minutes in the oven. If you don't think it's done, you put it back in, and I'll show you that here in a few minutes. But really, that's it. We're done. We made kale chips. So I'm going to stick this in the oven. What I'm going to do is, they may not be 100% done, and you'll know, because if it's crispy and a tiny bit of brown, it's perfect. But if it's mushy or even like rubbery, stick it back in. That's what we'll do. Okay? Kale chips all ready to go. See you in a few minutes. And now we have our kale chips. Notice how it used to be so big and now it's so small. Now all of them cooked really well. I did probably about 30 minutes at 350. And so they're small, and they're all really nice and crunchy, so they're perfect really for chips. And you could store them in an airtight container, and that really lasts for a long time, so that's really helpful. You don't want them to get any kind of wetness on them, otherwise they'll lose their crispness. If there's any in here that are mushy or rubbery, throw them back in the oven for 5 minutes and they should be fine. So yes, I did sea salt, but chili powder's fine. This one I'm going to do curry powder because it's amazing on kale chips. So season with whatever you like. We love curry powder, and this will not probably be stored because this will all probably get eaten. So thanks for joining us, day 7 detox. Hope your detox is going well.